Hey, what's up guys, Benny here and welcome to Xbox On. Earlier this year, the Xbox One S and One X received a tasty update to their graphical output settings, bringing 120Hz to the table alongside the new option of playing at a 1440p resolution. In this video, we're going to tell you how to get the most out of these two updates, how to set them up on your Xbox One, how it can help you unleash your full potential in games such as Fortnite, and how it'll help you have a better gaming experience overall on your Xbox console. This might get a bit technical, but we'll do our best to make everything as simple as possible. Here are the basics. It's important to know that TVs are either usually 1080p or 4K resolution at a 60Hz refresh rate, alongside higher response times, which creates a significant amount of input lag and potentially screen tearing when gaming. When playing games at a competitive level, this can be severely detrimental to your gameplay. PC monitors are the up-and-coming must-have item across the board in competitive gaming, as the medium to high-end monitors are often designed to run at 1440p with a 144Hz refresh rate. And as a gamer who spends 99% of his time really focusing on intense gameplay, either in competitions or recording videos for Xbox On, 1440p is incredibly exciting. For those of you wondering what the term Hertz means within context to peripherals, it refers to the refresh rate of your TV or monitor, with the refresh rate being how many times per second the monitor updates its image, and therefore how many images your eyeballs see every single second. Now, this is tied into frames per second, so bear with me here because FPS is another important number to look at when you're trying to game in a competitive environment. Your monitor or TV is now able to achieve up to 120 frames per second, and even better on a 60 FPS locked game, it'll help reduce motion blur and screen tearing, and just help make the gameplay feel buttery smooth. It's worth remembering that 120Hz will only be available at 1080p and 1440p resolutions, because HDMI 2.0 cannot support 120Hz at 4K resolution. The 1440p update is awesome for your Xbox One, and you're going to want to take advantage of this solid middle ground resolution between 1080 and 4K, which is now available to you. The standard gaming resolution for a while now has been 1080p, and 4K is now becoming more widely available through enhanced titles on the Xbox One X. However, there are a few benefits to playing with 1440p over 4K. Firstly, it'll allow you to access that new 120Hz setting, which is unavailable whilst you're playing at 4K resolution, as I mentioned. But it also allows you to take advantage of VSync whilst playing at 1440p, which is available on some games such as Rainbow Six Siege. VSync works to harmonize the image being output by the console to the refresh rate on your monitor, and as a result, you're much less likely to experience screen tearing, making it a far more stable experience. Games are also going to simply look better. Having that higher resolution is going to take advantage of all the hard work that devs have put into their games and help you pick out that extra artistic detail, texture, and shading that are all becoming more prominent with each new release. It's also worth remembering that if you're playing on an Xbox One X, you'll be outputting at native 1440p or 4K resolution, though whilst on an Xbox One S, you'll be upscaling 1080p to 1440p. Either way, it's going to look awesome. Now, in order to take advantage of the brand new 120Hz update and 1440p, you'll need the peripherals to match the powerful images that the Xbox is producing. To get the most out of these two new updates, you'll ideally be using an Xbox One X, as you do get that native 1440p or true 4K resolution. You'll also need a monitor or TV that supports 1440p, because if you don't, the option to select it will not be available in your Xbox settings, and the same can be said for 120Hz. So in order to set it up, you'll want to head over to Settings, then go down to Display and Sound, select Video Output, then select resolution, 1440p, then go down to refresh rate, and then select 120Hz.
Swapping mags!
Now, the monitor that we personally use, you may recognize from our Ultimate Xbox Gaming Setup video. It is the Samsung Curve CHG70. We use this monitor for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's a 1440p monitor with a 144Hz refresh rate. Perfect for taking advantage of those new features available on the Xbox One S and X. This monitor also has a 1 millisecond response time, much faster than the average TV, which is perfect for games which are fast-paced and require you to make split-second decisions, like in Call of Duty, PUBG, and Fortnite. Having the lowest possible response time can make all the difference between winning and losing, as I'm very aware of. Monitor size is also crucial. I would recommend when playing any game to any competitive standard to use a monitor that is either 24 or 27 inches, and we'll get on to why in just a moment. Now, as you might have gathered, I'm a big fan of gaming on a monitor when playing any competitive multiplayer game. Though I love playing single-player campaigns with incredible visuals like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Forza Horizon 4 on a big 4K TV. But when I'm sitting down and want to get a chicken dinner on PUBG, I will always play on a 24 or 27-inch monitor. The first advantage is you can see everything going on screen without having to move your eyes as much, which makes it harder for you to miss small movements in the corners of the screen. Something which is extremely easy to do on a bigger TV. It's no coincidence that many pros from FIFA to Halo to Call of Duty play on 24-inch monitors. Secondly, monitors traditionally have those lower response times, so the actions you're inputting into the controller are as close to real time as possible. You press A, your character will respond immediately. It'll help you get the jump on your opponent or during those split-second decisions in a build fight in Fortnite, so you can come out on top. Thirdly, because you're now taking advantage of 1440p, you're going to have more information on your screen, which is going to help when trying to spot enemies at a distance, because let's be honest, we've all had those moments when we're looking into the distance and can't tell between a bush and a man. But now, rather than that bush or man being 1 or 2 pixels, they may be 3 or 4 instead. So just that little bit easier to spot or differentiate from those pesky background bushes. Finally, that 120Hz refresh rate is going to make everything silky smooth, from the gameplay to your movement. With no screen tearing or motion blur, you're just putting yourself in the best possible situation in any competitive scenario. So the only thing you can blame when you lose is yourself. Right? Yeah, probably not. Overall, taking advantage of both the 120Hz and 1440p updates are going to help give you a superior performance on your Xbox One X, and playing on a monitor just like this Samsung CHG70 is going to help raise your game. Make sure to let us know what your preferred gaming setup is down in the comments below, subscribe if you're new, and smash that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye!